Welcome back, everyone. I am your host, Rachel Weaver. I have a very special guest with me today, Noura Al-Masri. Noura is an enrolled agent with the Internal Revenue Services and the founder and CEO of Nourasbooks. She is also an international best-selling author. Noura, it is always an honor and pleasure to have you with us on the show.
Thank you so much, Rachel. It's my pleasure to be here with you.
You are such an expert in the area of tax and helping companies understand how to make sure that they're aligned with the law, but also maximize their budget. So today I want to talk about budgeting and how important it is for businesses to forecast and budget.
Sure. So think about your budget as your roadmap. If you want to go somewhere, you put that on the GPS, right? So, or you print in all days, we used to print those maps from MapQuest in order to see where the direction we are going to. Otherwise, we might get lost. So same thing for the budget. You want to have a budget for what are you expecting, and that should be based on your goal. And what's your goal? Technically, it's your revenue. How much are you going to make in revenue this upcoming year, for example, or this upcoming month, or this upcoming week? How much are you trying to make? And based on that, you should have an idea how much you have to spend in advertising if you already have budget for that. How much outreach are you going to do? What do you have to do in order to make your goal? You have to budget for all of that, because it's unrealistic to, for example, say I'm going to make $1 million in this upcoming year, and you're not doing any outreach, you're not spending money on advertisement, you are not spending money on business development, in bookkeeping, and maybe branding consulting, anything that's going to help you to generate the revenue you said you want to generate. So you want to be realistic. And how do you know, if you don't have a budget, if you're spending enough or maybe too much or not? So you want to keep measuring and see where do you want to go, and what is going to be required for you to go and arrive to your destination. So this is basically what budget is for a business.
Love it. So important to understand for businesses, because like you said, otherwise you're kind of just throwing spaghetti at the wall, really not knowing what's going to work and not knowing if you're going to owe a bunch of tax time or not. That's always an important thing. And if you're going to be able to afford the things that it takes to run your business, because the reality of it is, for most businesses, if you want to grow and scale, it really does take money in order to be able to do that. So just spending aimlessly doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I have a question in terms of creating a budget for, per se, nonprofits, since you are an expert in nonprofits. If I was to start a brand new nonprofit, say I just got my EIN number and my numbers for the nonprofit, and I have no money to start, right? I just have my passion in order to make a positive impact, because I hear time and time again this happening with these different nonprofits that are out there. And of course, nonprofits are something that we want to survive. A lot of people and a lot of organizations rely on nonprofits to help them personally in their personal lives, and sometimes even professionally. So if you're starting out as a nonprofit, how do you go about finding and creating income from the start in order to make a budget?
Sure. So budget, think about it as a wish list. And when you start actually a nonprofit, you want to have a plan, your business plan, because you're technically starting a business. So if you are starting a business, you're expected to be investing in that business. So whether that your own money, your boards of director money, or maybe an investors, with in this case your donors. And don't expect that you're going to get grants. Well, there are some grants you can get in the beginning. They're not going to be large, so they're very you know, most of the time it's not that great of the deal. So you should be able to collect donations, or from you, from other board members, from people who believe on you, from donors who care about the cause you are actually creating your organization to serve. So you should be able to raise money, because you're going to spend money and establishing that nonprofit, for accountant to register your business, maybe for attorney to make sure your bylaws and every other documents, governance document is created good for your state, for, you know, it's done correctly. You're going to actually have to be maybe hire someone to help you with, especially if you are not dedicating much time. That's if you want your nonprofit to be successful, but you have to create the budget based on that. So now, so I hear someone saying, okay, but I don't know how much I will be successfully doing. Well, that's okay, because this is not set on stone. Budget can be flexible, but this is your expectation based on the information you have right now and based on what you think you need after studying the markets, studying like, okay, these are the people I could actually connect with to support me. This is how much I can give to the nonprofit. And based on that, you create your budget. And then you want to revisit your budget consistently. So this is the document you will be looking at all day when you are visiting the budget. But I recommend at least once a week looking at that budget and see what do you have, and then set a plan to apply it. And then sometimes like there's something unrealistic in there, like it's okay, fix it, you know, just adjust it and move forward. Educate yourself on how to get more money in order to actually build a better budget, get more donations, so you can actually spend on the thing that you said you're going to spend the money on. I'm not going to say spend here, like the better term is invest, because well, hiring that staff member, it's not an expense. It's actually an investment for you to grow as a nonprofit. And I want to here tell the people who are starting nonprofit, stop thinking of hiring an expert, whether that's a staff member or maybe an outsourcing, or maybe an advertisement, as an expense, because it's not. It's actually an investment, because this is going to help you generate more income so you can help more people. Because what do you rather have? $100 to help 2-3 people, maybe, if this is the case, if you even can help that many people in $100, or have $1,000 where you help 10, 20, 30 people. So you should look at the bigger picture and don't try to save money saying I'm a nonprofit and be just, you know, I'm a nonprofit, please help me, and have this victim mindset. Make sure you turn your mindset into abundance, because nonprofits should be abundance like any other thing. If you have that scarcity mindset with a nonprofit, you will never grow. You will never be able to invest on professionals to help you with budgeting, to help you with grants, to help you with increase your donor base, to help you with accounting, like in a law also, to expand in the next region you want to expand for. You will never get into that level unless you invest in the beginning, just like any other business. So the budget's going to help you keep the focus on your goal.
So one quick question, because I know we're running short on time. Would you suggest a nonprofit starting out to actually apply for and get some capital from the bank, a loan from the bank? Because so many nonprofits start and they have nothing. They have $0, right? And they have financially, a lot of the people that start a nonprofit also, they're doing it out of the goodness of their heart, and they don't have an abundance of money to put into starting this.
So I don't know if bank willing to actually lend money for a nonprofit starting out, because there is a lot of misconceptions about nonprofits, and they think, okay, you're a nonprofit, how can you get this? So I would say maybe corporate sponsorship, maybe donors. I think the best luck for the nonprofit is really have donors. If you are a donor base, like you have to start build your donor base in the beginning. You have to have some money set aside. Maybe like it should be from your personal and the people around you, or the people who believe in your mission. So, and trust your ability to manage the money and to make sure that you are spending this money wisely to start your projects. So I would say just like have enough information to know like how to get a donor base that's going to be loyal to you and
Mhm.
going to help you start the nonprofits.
Love that. Such great information, Nora. Thank you so much for sharing with us today all of your knowledge and expertise. You always bring so much value every week, and we really enjoy having you on the show. Tell the audience where they can find you.
Thank you so much, Rachel. I enjoy being here with you as well. So people can go to my website, nourasbooks.com, and there are links for all my social media. I do YouTube so often, so not every day, but as much as possible. So they can follow me on YouTube. I speak a lot about nonprofits and business tax strategies, everything. And they can book a call at if they hit contact us there on my website, they can book a call and we can chat on Zoom and see how can we work together.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Nora. We look forward to having you back again soon. And with that, we will be right back after this commercial break.